5-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down. There, the drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that'll be good for a Houston first.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
On 1st down, it's Locke. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Texans are going to have a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll get 23 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can look big.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
50% man, 50% weight.
Back to the air. Locke on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the play clock's running down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Locke. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And this is going to sail wide on Graham. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
On 1st down, Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Giants to take over here. Now it's Locke off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And that'll be good for a Giants first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Now a first down throw. Locke caught left side by Funchess. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. So they're operating in the red zone. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Roy Halou was the intended target. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On the ground, this is Halou. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. They'll run it now with Halou. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a yard. And here comes the Texans now. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Luck on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Second and 10, Luck again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Here's Luck now on second down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, Luck.
Oh, you gotta own this shit, bitch.
9 seconds now showing on the clock.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
A final shot before the break. Luck. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Clock throwing again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll lead here to a third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Luck. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Williams will try again. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target that time, Marcus Colston. And that's going to make it fourth down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Justin Houston, in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Third and long, it's Locke. Dumps off to Halou. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going to go. It's Locke. And Locke will be intercepted for a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Luck taking it in. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They'll run it with Williams. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And there's a flag on the field. And, oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
On first down, Luck. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And quickly, they get to the line. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, it's Luck. Finding time. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
26 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. It's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. This will be caught at about the 6. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Luck. He'll buy some time right. He may try it, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Andrew Luck, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Luck will try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Here's Luck now on second down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. 3rd and 2, Luck. And he locates Walker, complete. And give him 12 yards and a first down.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st and 10, Locke. Time for a break. And his throw is incomplete. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Luck. He'll set up that. He'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Luck.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Luck now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. From the 2-yard line now, it's first. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have broken the tie. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times, and now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to speed things up here.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him 1 more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Luck. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marcus Colston, 54 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Oh, God. Broadcasting shit fucking up my kick.
It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.